Hello again. Let's see what we've got. Vietnam. I think Vietnam starts to get into the colonies that are a little bit harder to crack. Maybe Vietnam's the last easy one. Yeah, that must be it. Vietnam looks like it's the last easy one. And then they start to become more specialized and difficult. Vietnam is actually pretty specialized. But I've got to heal people. And this is one of the parts of the game where I don't have enough admirals to move around and handle things properly. So I start to get caught like backtracking with my fleets, you know, here and there, and I make less and less progress because my units are spread more and more thin. And it's one of those things that I thought about before I even did the playthrough, and like if it would be worth watching, fun to watch, stuff like that. I never really thought about it until, you know, like the actual. Yeah, fuck it, that's fine. I already decided to do the playthrough, I'm not gonna back out now. I'm just letting you guys know that there could be some slower parts. Let's see. I could give her this and she'd be relevant. My god. What does the clownfish do? Alright, so clownfish confirmed for worst shit. Seal is somehow worse than clownfish, so we'll remove that. There you go. See how much the radar ships affect it? Like, that's such a huge speed boost. I'm gonna go make another one for Togo, because he needs one. And right now I'm relying on lasers pretty heavily, but that's pretty much unavoidable early game. You can't do anything about that. You're gonna rely on lasers. That's what I should have built here. A fucking repair station. That was my mistake. I'll build it in Vietnam. Build it in Vietnam. A scout fleet's gonna attack me there. What do they have here? I think I already checked this before. Missiles, one shot him, one shot her, one shot him, one shot her, easily one shot him. Okay, I will do that soon then. I will go and take that territory out soon. I gotta get some units moved around because that makes it more easy for me to defend, and yes, that would be good. So Togo doesn't. Let me wait. Let me think. Oh, I already moved him. Well, fuck it then. I gotta get some people healed. Well, not him. He doesn't need to heal. He's always gonna be at that kind of low health pool. And Fraps is fucking with me again. So give me just a minute. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so that scout fleet's gonna attack me. It's not really relevant. I can just defeat it with whatever I want, and I'm just gonna ultimately have to let some ships heal before I attack again this turn. Even if I could attack, I would feel more comfortable waiting one more turn. So that's what I'll do. It's easier that way. It's easier to wait until you're comfortable in this game because there's really no penalty for going all out at any point in time. And this is the first time you'll see me like, I guess I was about to issue bonds. The experiment, I don't know what that does. I don't even think I've ever done it because I don't care about that girl. I don't care about her at all. We'll go talk to her. Because, like I said, I wanted to talk to Donuts a little bit. And, well, this scene's pretty boring, actually. Actually, it's extremely boring. Nothing really goes on here. She just eats. Togo like smacks her food around and mixes their food together like a dumbass, and I don't know what a bonito is either. Someone tell me? Tell me what a bonito is. I'll just skip it a little bit, even though I said I wanted to do it. Oh shit. But it's kind of true. I forgot that it was a boring scene and literally nothing goes on. It's just, I'm eating. Now this guy's going to fuck with my food and we're going to get to know each other a little bit more. You know, and it's good, it fits into the game, it's fine, it's whatever, but it's not interesting to watch if you're not playing the game. So, I'll skip it, and then it'll come over to Dokutsu again, and I don't recall what this is. I think they talk about their plan to invade the Empire of Ares' capital, which, you know, we can talk about that a little bit. That's good. I don't actually know if that's what this is, though, so. Talk about propaganda. Let's skip over till we see some characters, shall we? Thank you. But I think it's in this scene here that they talk about Goebbels being interested in Yuri and Uratia. What girl wouldn't be, though? You know what I mean? Uratia must have that effect. Too cute. too cute. Oh, they might go and meet Himmler here too. I don't really recall. If that is where they go, I guess I can talk about him a little bit. Yeah, new commander of your private guard, Himmler. In this game, Himmler does a lot of different things. I don't think you can ever possess him as an admiral. He is really important in a couple of routes. The route I'm doing, I don't think he's important in. I don't really remember, but you know. So in real life, he was the head of the SS, I believe. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know much about him. He was really high in the German hierarchy, and I'm pretty sure he led the SS. He was appointed to that position later on in the war. The SS didn't exist at the onset of the war, and I don't remember what SS stands for, so I'm not even gonna try. Well, actually, if I come close, it might be cool, right? It's like it's got some F's in it. It's got some ice in it. It's got some stuff in it. You know, so that's pretty good. That's pretty close. Nice job, audio. Anyway, in this game, he's really not that significant. He was way more important in real life. So, whatever. That doesn't really matter. He looks like a dumbass in this game anyway. And his outfit sucks, and he's stupid, and I hate him. There, I said it. He's stupid, and I hate him. I mean, compared to everyone else, Rommel's cool. I mean, Manstein's cool in his own way, too. I don't really like him. But, I mean, he's still cool in his own way. Like Goebbels, I don't really love her or anything, but she's still cool. Raitia is cool. The only characters who are fleshed out, again, are like the Dokutsu people. Like Raitia, they spent so much time fleshing her out and making her awesome and like doing all this stuff for her, and then you go over to fucking Mikado and it's like, give me a break, you know? They do stuff with Mikado, but it's not as much. There's another person too that I am not... Alright, those of you who've played the game, you know the woman who, like, comes in later? I don't remember her name. I thought this man wore her outfit, even though I knew this man was in this pose. Oh god. Alright, well, whatever. I'll elaborate on that later on when we see the woman that I'm talking about. How does that sound? Because I just confused everyone and myself. So, anyway... This is important in the game. Like I said, Himmler plays an important part in all the routes, technically. I mean... It's like, well, when I say technically, it's like saying Nobunaga plays an important part in all the routes of Sengoku rants. Well, obviously. He's involved in every route. He's, you know... It's kind of the same thing. Like, Himmler does something with the UHOS in every route that helps Dokutsu. But it's not... It doesn't change. I don't think. I mean, it might change. If you were to attack the UHOS somehow and take the territory from them. There are a lot of things about this game that I don't know, so I'll just drop it. I'll just drop it before I get completely lost. But, I don't know if he's an admiral that you can have. I'm almost positive you cannot obtain him. How does that sound? And I guess I won't talk about anything else, because I don't really know that much about him in the game. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't know that much about him in the game, so I'll just leave it. It's like his hand is fucked up. It's not drawn right. Well, anyway, I'll move on here. Like, you know, like you've gleaned from the dialogue here. He, is there for, you know, to aid Raitia in a special way. He is the special guard. And now we are on to the strategy section, which I may have skipped a little bit, but that's okay too. I think she's planning to take over Ares now. So There's that. Well, I can talk about that from real life too. A lot of people don't know about that because I don't talk about that too much in school. They don't talk about specific battles or things, and it tends to leave out really important information for people. Like, everyone knows Britain and Germany fought in World War II, but did you know that, like, Germany attacked Great Britain, like, on their island? They tried to do that, and that's really a pretty big deal, so... Because if they had taken Great Britain at any point before America joined the war, that would have been just... that would have changed everything. And that's why that kind of stuff should be taught to people and brought up a bit more than it is. But anyway, it was called Operation Seal in real life too, I think. Raitia just looks at something and I think she sees like a plush seal or something. I don't remember what it is. And she comes up with the name of it. And I mean, in real life, it was just a series of, like, I think small-scale air raids on Great Britain. And Germany surrounded... Germany had, like, naval control between mainland Europe and Great Britain. That's what that came down to. So, you know. But I mentioned again how shitty Fraps is as a program. I'll just put it back out there. Yeah, and Germany actually pulled out of Great Britain because it was just taking too long, I think. They were fucking around too much and they decided to stop. Like, they didn't have the resources or something. So they quit. But that's all good too. Anyway, I don't really know any specifics about that stuff, to be honest with you. It was pretty, like, I mean, it's important to know that the Operation Seal happened, but not much came of it. So, oh yeah, she names it here, Operation Seal. And then over the next couple turns, well, they start the invasion and whatever, and you get some pretty cool story bits. I'll have some stuff to talk about there. So, there you go. They don't do any fighting in this part, I hope, or we're gonna go way overboard, and I don't really want to... This is gonna be much like Daibancho in that I want to try and do it a part per turn, because it fits most readily like that. It's hard to do multiple turns in a part and stuff in case something goes wrong. Like I mentioned before, Fraps isn't reliable, so if the fucking game crashes or some weird bizarre thing happens, like halfway through a second part, which is taking place halfway through a turn, then I'm fucked, to put it bluntly. Like, I gotta do a lot of backtracking to get that footage again, and that sucks. And here we go, another scout fleet, yay. This is going to be very hard. Let me do this to the best of my ability. And that's done. Very hard, as you can see. Barely made it out of there. Defense success. You're gonna see that a lot, by the way. Just putting it out there. On board Nelson's ship. Yeah, I can skip this. He basically just talks about how he wasn't prepared for the Japanese, and I think the governor comes on and bitches at him for no reason. Well, that happens later then. I think if you take a territory, the governor throws a tantrum, and we're going to get a minor introduction to the UHOS, I think, which I do like the way they handle this. I like how they introduce the UHOS to you. They do it staggered over time, and they feel more like the final boss of the game, but they're not really. Again, like I mentioned parts ago, you can kind of be fighting everybody at once, and there's no true final boss. It's freeform how you handle it, and that lessens the climax of the game significantly. But the UHOS feels most like the final boss because you learn about them last. Your opportunities to interact with them are all after the other nations. So it feels better. And I like the idea behind the UHOS. Even if they're not really... like, none of the admirals are particularly interesting or even good. So you know, whatever. There's a lot to say, and the song playing now is their theme. It's really good. Like it a lot. It just talks about shareism, and it takes communism to the absolute extreme. So that's all I have to say about that. There's a lot more going on with UHOS though over time, but expect them later on in the playthrough before, you know, sooner. And also expect their admirals to be the ones that I neglect the most, because they're very weird. And I mean, I'll talk about that more later on too, obviously, when they come into play, but like, if I had their stats page or something right up on the screen while I'm playing the game, I can just be like, yeah, you can see Catherine, she's not that good. Well, you know, that happens later on. Of course, that's assuming I even recruit them. Wink. But, yeah. I'm letting this go because I like it. So that's it. Really, really like the music. But I guess I can skip it. There's nothing else going on. It's just giving you a breakdown of what shareism is in the game, and, well, you should already know. Imperial Navy headquarters, donuts. Oh, this is my favorite part of the game. Okay. Well, sort of. And it's coming at the end of a part, so that's fine, I guess. But Donuts basically goes to her room and she, you know, phones Raitia. Phones her friend. Webcams that shit. It chatted up really big. And it's nice. I think it shows, like, this kind of stuff is what helps build character. You know, you don't see Togo do this kind of stuff. And that's really important, you know? Like, it just seems like they randomly went about this stuff, you know? It seems like they didn't pick the best characters for it. I don't know how to explain it. And Donuts is really cute in these scenes too, by the way. And it's voiced, so, I mean, that's interesting. I'd also like to know what made them decide what they would voice and what they would not. But, like, this scene helps build Donuts and Raitia's characters a lot. They feel more like the main characters because they get more scenes like this. Togo doesn't have these kinds of interactions with people. His daughter, sort of. And, well, Akiyama, sort of. He gets them with Mikado later on. Don't get me wrong, they do stuff with him. But, I don't know, I guess to me personally this feels better. And that's what it comes down to. Because I can more easily relate with Donuts or Raitia than I can Togo, I guess. I mean, that might play a part. I mean, all my friends have been online, so what she's doing right now is what I've been doing for the past 5 to 8 years. So it's kind of interesting, I guess. You know, I don't know. I'm sure there are other people who watch my stuff who are in the same boat, right? You go to work or you go to class and you do stuff all day long, and then you come back home late at night and your friends are there waiting for you. Isn't that a good feeling? That's what these scenes bring, like, that's the feeling these scenes bring to me. That's why I like them so much. Because that's what I did in the past, you know? I go to school all day long, and then I go to work all day long, and then I'd come home, and really happily my friends were there, so... Good stuff, right? But this happens for a while. You get a couple of these scenes. Yeah. That's really all. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next part.
メールではお前の表情一つ伺えないからな。すみません。相当の貴重なお時間を割いてはならないと。で、どうだ日本は？排他的な民族性と伝え聞いているが、いじめられたりしていないか？はい、大丈夫です。そういうのは全然ないです。男性も女性も皆紳士的に接してきますし、こちらの技術説明にも熱心に耳を傾けます。素直で飲み込みも早いです。まだ心もとなくはありますが、 すぐに頼もしい同盟国に育つと思います。試験ですが。そうか、ならよかった。提督であり技術者でもあるお前を日本によこしたのは正解だったな。すみません、相当一人だけ例外を忘れてました。例外？海軍長官の東郷剛です。彼だけは実直な人物が多い日本軍の中にあって、まるでイスパニア人のような女たらしで非常に危険です。女と見れば声をかけるだらしのない人物で、この私にもキュートだと言ってあろうことかデートに誘われました。レーニッツがキュートだというのは同意だな。相当そんなご冗談を。冗談なものか。今のは本気で言ったんだ。お前はかなり可愛い部類の女の子だと思うぞ。ゲッペルスも同じことを口にしていた。曰く私と同じ類の磨けば光る原石らしい。そんな相当と同じなんてもったいない。とにかく東郷長官には気をつけてください。相当のような素敵なレディー、彼は真っ先に狙ってくるに違いありません。はあ、分かった。東郷長官に会った時には気をつけることにしよう。その他には特にはないか？そうですね、ロクツに比べると食文化も遅れてます。持った木の棒で食事をとったり。違う違う、日本の情報ではなくてデーニッツ、お前自身のことだ。何か心配事はないか？心は晴れやかか？はい、心配事などは特にありませんが、できれば早くドクツに。そうです。このまま戦局が我らの有利に進み、日本軍との連携体制が整ったら愛を呼び戻そう。慣れぬ異国の地でいろいろと不足はあると思うが、お前には期待している。頑張ってくれ。はい、頑張ります。ではそろそろ失礼するぞ。それじゃまた今度はお前から連絡をくれ。なんだ？わざわざ通信を入れていただいてありがとうございます。ハイル・アドルフ。ああ、それじゃまた今度はそっちから通信を入れてくれ。おやすみ。はい、おやすみなさい。相当閣下、ありがとうございます。デーニッツは必ずや任務を全うし、第三帝国に相当に勝利をもたらします。